Manchester United's job has become nearly impossible over the last 10 years. Following Sir Alex Ferguson's retirement, a slew of coaches tried and failed miserably to turn the club around until Erik Ten Hag arrived. Ten Hag's leadership skills have shone through, and the team is poised to win the championship. But how did Ten Hag pull off the impossible task for Manchester United? Keep watching to find out. The manager of a football team is crucial to the club's success or failure. He is in charge of the team's overall performance and results as well as resource management. The manager must identify and develop talented players, develop effective game plans and tactics, interact with key stakeholders such as owners, sponsors, and fans, motivate players to perform at their peak, efficiently manage team budgets, and coordinate with other staff members. In short, he is in charge of all aspects of running a successful football club, from training sessions to hiring decisions. A manager's leadership abilities and strategic vision for the club's future can make all the difference in leading his team to victory. Manchester United is one of the world's most popular football clubs. With an annual revenue of €676.3 million, it was the highest-earning football club in the world in 2016 to 2017, and the world's third most valuable football club in 2019. However, Manchester United has had periods where they have been a defensive team without defending very well, followed by periods where they have been a free-scoring team without having clear, repeatable methods of attack. This can be seen in the 9 years since Sir Alex Ferguson left. Erik Ten Hag took over a Manchester United team that was riddled with problems. The transformation has been noticeable since then. Despite 2 humiliating defeats at the start of the 2022 to 2023 season, the United of today is vastly different from the team of last year. Ten Hag is not only an excellent manager, but also a seasoned leader who has won the Eredivisie and the Champions League. Ten Hag brings a wealth of experience and knowledge in football management to Manchester United, which will be beneficial. Ten Hag began his career as a central defender with Eredivisie Club 20. He joined De Graafschap in 1990 and won the Eerste Divisie in his first season. In 2012, he was appointed manager of Go Ahead Eagles, where he led the club to promotion to the Eredivisie in his first season. Ten Hag comes to United as a well-liked manager, having worked under Pep Guardiola, having helped develop some of Europe's best young players, and having a philosophy influenced as much by the Dutch total football school of thought as it is by Guardiola's style of play, with a dash of Germany's gegenpressing philosophy. He brings an attacking style of play that Manchester United has lacked for a long time. His tactical acumen will assist United in creating more chances, scoring more goals, and ultimately winning more games. Ten Hag's appointment is arguably United's best decision, since Ferguson switched Robin van Persie to United in 2012. The Premier League trophy would not have been on display at Old Trafford without that intervention. United are still 2 top-tier players away from having a squad capable of sustaining a challenge, and their attack is still led by Marcus Rashford. Their lack of ruthlessness and penchant for narrow victories will not hold up against City, who have scored 21 more Premier League goals than United. United are ahead of schedule with their rebuilding after suffering 7 defeats by conceding at least 4 goals in the previous 10 months. Under Ten Hag, their recruitment hit rate has been the highest in 15 years. The departure of interim manager Ralf Rangnick marked United's 5th managerial change since Sir Alex Ferguson's retirement in 2013, with the club slipping from being the dominant force in English football to mid-table mediocrity at best. Many United fans and club legends were skeptical when Ajax manager Erik Ten Hag was appointed in the summer. With the team's humiliating start to the season, which included heavy losses to Brighton and Brentford, as well as ongoing ownership turmoil, Ten Hag's ability to manage one of the world's biggest clubs was called into question. However, Ten Hag has expertly stamped his authority on the football club since then, spearheading an incredible turnaround. Erik Ten Hag's strict and disciplined, no-nonsense management style has given him the freedom to implement his tactical philosophy and foster team harmony. This contributed significantly to his success at Ajax, where his teams were praised not only for their total football, fluid and attacking playing style, but also for the sustained intensity, passion, and commitment that outmatched their opponents. When he took over Manchester United, however, the task of translating those intangible skills appeared insurmountable, particularly in his first season. Prior to the Dutchman's arrival, the club lacked accountability, structure, and direction, making it a formidable challenge for Ten Hag to turn things around. The abrupt and untenable departures of Ten Hag's predecessors at Manchester United had been largely attributed to player power. The lack of a structure in place to hold players accountable for their misconduct and lack of commitment made it difficult for even Jose Mourinho to establish his authority at the club. Furthermore, an overinflated wage structure exacerbated the problem, with United having 7 of the top 10 highest earners in the league and a tendency to sign players based on their commercial profile. This was evident when former manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer criticized Marcus Rashford in a press conference for not giving his full attention to his project. The manager was briefed to apologize to Marcus in front of the press for these remarks during the following press conference, demonstrating how player power has surpassed managerial authority at the club. In fact, Ten Hag stated in the early months of his tenure at the club, "Because I think Man United is far away from the standards of what we need to be top." If you're talking about the spirit, there is one thing that I notice here. When you see the history of Manchester United, they won a lot of titles, a lot of trophies, and it was always by team spirit and fighting spirit. It's the spirit, the team fighting, that was the base, and that is in the culture of Manchester United. That is one of the things I wanted to bring back, and we are in the right direction. His no-nonsense style of coaching was immediately introduced after United's 4-0 defeat to Brentford in Game Week 2. The Bees dominated the Red Devils on and off the pitch, covering 109.4 kilometers to United's mere 95.6 kilometers. Furthermore, in the final third, Brentford's players made 21 presses to United's 7, while also completing 90 sprints to United's 60. To hold his players accountable, Ten Hag had them run an extra 13.8 kilometers in training, matching Brentford's distance and putting a marker down. The Dutchman also ran the extra distance with the squad, which increased harmony and unity between him and the squad, emphasizing his commitment to working as one unit. One of his primary methods of establishing his authority on the team was to remove anyone who was disrupting the harmony he was fostering within the club, particularly Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo was dropped to the bench due to his poor form and lack of tactical suitability for Ten Hag's system. When Ten Hag asked Cristiano to come off the bench during United's 2-0 win over Tottenham in October, he refused and walked out of the stadium. Given Cristiano Ronaldo's status as the most recognizable face in sports, many predicted that his antics would jeopardize Ten Hag's ability to establish authority in the locker room and fan confidence. However, the Dutch coach proved the critics wrong by suspending Cristiano for their next match against Chelsea. Throughout the season, he asserted his dominance over the Portuguese superstar on numerous occasions. Most importantly, following a November interview with Piers Morgan in which Ronaldo publicly declared his disdain for the manager, Ten Hag immediately terminated his contract. United have won 8 of their last 8 games, and Hag's attacking, fluid, and appealing style of play has flourished. Even after the harmony has been established, Ten Hag continues to set the standard. Marcus Rashford returned from the World Cup as the league's most informed player, scoring in 5 consecutive games and playing a key role in United's build-up. Prior to United's Premier League debut, Rashford overslept and missed the team's pre-match meeting before United's Premier League match against Wolves, prompting Ten Hag to drop his star player to the bench. The decision to bench United's star player before the game against Wolves raised some eyebrows, but it proved to be a brilliant move by Ten Hag. He brought Rashford off the bench in the second half and scored the game-winning goal, with the manager and player hugging afterward. Following United's 1-0 win over Wolves, Luke Shaw told BT Sport, "I think at a top club it has to be like that. People can't do whatever they want. Maybe that's been part of the problem in the past with people getting away with silly little things, but the manager takes that into consideration." With this established, it is clear that Erik Ten Hag has become not only a fan favorite, but also the leader of Manchester United. Overseeing the youth teams, incorporating drone-style footage in training, and micromanaging every aspect of the club, Ten Hag has commanded authority and laid the groundwork for his style of play to be implemented and successful. What are your thoughts on this? Will he be able to bring success to one of England's most powerful clubs? Let us know what you think in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, do subscribe to our channel.